Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Frances Mahan. If this is your first time, please subscribe and let me know if you like this video. Today's video, unlike many others I have recorded, is going to be on a different topic. It's going to be on the topic of philosophy, the philosophy of religion, the Word, the Bible, and the existence of God. Since ancient time, many philosophers, including Greek, Plato, and many others, have debated the conversation of the existence of God. This video is mainly a theory about the expression and the philosophy of the existence of God and the Word. The philosophy of religion, or the Word, can be captured by the question, knowledge of it, or the skeptic of the Word or the Bible, or being a skeptic about God and His existence. First, let us begin by asking the question, what does it mean to say God exists? How does religion and its language believe and understand what God is? Depending upon the religion and its diversity, God has many meanings. There are also religions which believe that God exists in many different entities, forms, or that there are many gods but not one. We can begin by saying that God is perfection, and by that we mean He is something which nothing else is more excellent, subliminal, or perfect than He is. Therefore, God is complete sufficiency. Again, this means God is ultimate reality. A great many deal has been debated about the existence or notion and knowledge of God. Nonetheless, today we still ponder about His existence. Does God exist? By definition, God is that being, that consciousness that none can be or perceive. Therefore, God can be conceived as the existence of existing that none of us can fully exist nor be. In other words, there is no other one being in this world, in the universe, or pre-existing like God. This is an ontological argument. He is greatness, reality, existence, and his consciousness is perceived as oneness and unique by all definitions. To say that something exists merely means that something corresponding to that concept or object does exist. However, if you are a seeker of the truth, you must at least at one time doubt the possibility of the truth. Being a skeptic is a challenge for us to seek the knowledge of the truth. However, sometimes, even if we know the truth, we cannot make ourselves believe that it is the truth. Therefore, a skeptic is only being deceived because he has no way of knowing whether he is experiencing genuine reality or a perception of his own illusion. Since we say that God is reality, sometimes we can be wrong about reality, what we perceive. We can be deceived by our own perception of what we think is the truth. Picture, for example, as the law of attraction says, that you can use your imagination to create something that is non-existent, that is not physical, with your mind. Just believe and perceive it to be truth. Berkeley's argue that you cannot imagine to see something or an object. You imagine itself or yourself to look at it if it doesn't exist. In other words, how do you know that your view and perception of what you're imagining is real? See, in the law of attraction, they tell us to perceive something as a reality so that it can be conceived and effectualized in our life. However, Berkeley's conclude that the hypothesis does not support the object existence. Just because we imagine something doesn't mean that is real. If it isn't there, how can it be real, and how can we perceive it to exist? Only our imagination creates the reality that we see and perceive as being the truth. While God exists in many forms, we are capable or not capable of fully explaining the nature of the universe, of us, because we do not own the power and intelligence to create it. Therefore, God's existence does not need an explanation. It simply has to be experienced, not visualized, not imagine. You have to have the knowledge and understanding of His existence. In other words, you must experience God in order to have knowledge and understanding of who He is. Can we say that we are directly aware of God? Some philosophers compare this awareness of God with a sensory perception. They say that a person has a mystical union with an awareness of God or something other than oneself. God's existence is outside our own comprehension. Because a connection with God is a genuine experience with something divine, of a divine nature. There are many ways in which a person can experience a divine connection with God, such as visual, spiritual, through sensory awareness, and dreams. These are called mystical union with the divine experience, or with a divine experience, or God. They call it mystical because we do not understand. How is it possible that with our consciousness we cannot see something yet connect with it? It is part of the metaphysical, something that is invisible, yet it is within our presence, within our knowledge, within our comprehension when we connect with it. In conclusion, I would like to say that to experience His presence and awareness, one has to be separated from the physical world into the presence of a divine existence. With that, I will conclude that although we cannot see Him, we experience Him. And although we may believe that God exists in many forms, there is only one experience with God. Even though humanity and man has created a diversity of God, that divine experience exists only in oneness, in connection with the divine. Thank you for listening to my video. It's been a pleasure as usual. Love and light. Peace be with you. Namaste.